Hey, my friend, happy Tuesday, Hot Topic Tuesday. Welcome. I'm Emily Smiley, and I wanted to share a little bit with you guys today about getting unstuck. So let me start with a question. How many of you have ever felt completely and utterly stuck in your business? And that may be stuck as in not knowing what to do next or how to do it or how to get there, which I have totally felt. It might be stuck in overwhelm because let's face it, we almost are bombarded with too much information, especially when you're building online. So your stuck might be stuck in overwhelm and not knowing what to do because you have too many options. I have felt there, especially when you're building online. I have felt stuck in the tech, right? How many of you have ever felt stuck in the tech of the how-to? And I thought, oh my God, if I have one more mental mindset, coaching thing, I'm going to scream, just give me the brass and tacks, right? Have you felt stuck in that? I'm stuck in the brass and tacks. Just tell me what to do, right? Yes. If you've been in business, I don't care what kind it is, for any amount of time, I believe that we have all felt all of that in all of those different areas. So I'm here to tell you, I feel you. But what do you do? What do you do when you get to that point where you're like, I'm stuck. I'm not moving forward in my business. It's not doing, what I want to do. What do you do? So I wanted to ask you a question. I always relate business to one of two things, which if you know me, these are like the two main things that I know, right? And that's health and fitness. And the other is parenting. I don't claim to be a professional in either, right? We are constantly learning. But let me ask you a question. If you were stuck with your child, if they were maybe throwing temper tantrums, right? Like I love my son, but when he was younger, he was like, he would throw some tantrums, right? I'm sure you've never had your kids ever throw a tantrum, right? But my daughter actually never did. So this was completely new for me. But if you've ever had, if you're a parent, or even if you've seen someone parent, you've seen that child throw that temper tantrum. If you have ever been that parent in that moment, you want to talk about feeling stuck in what do I do? What do I do? Especially if it's in public, right? Or you're stuck in overwhelm. You're like, okay, well, these are my options. I can run. I can leave the kid here, right? Would you leave your kid there? If you're in public, you're not going to do that. What do you do when you're in that moment? Do you go, I'm going to go ask somebody how to come and deal with my kid? No, you deal with it, right? You get out of that. But then after that moment, what do you do? So I'm curious, what about if you were a parent and, maybe your child's older and they have some sort of homework project or assignment? We've all had it if you're a parent, right? Maybe they're doing a project on something you know absolutely nothing about. Or maybe it's tech. Right? Maybe they have to do like a PowerPoint and you're like, I don't know how to do a PowerPoint, right? I didn't have to do that. Whatever it is. What would you do with them? Would you give up? No. You're not going to ever give up on your kids. Would you tell them you don't know what to do, so just turn it in and get a 0 and do nothing? No. Would you, if you had that kid that tended to throw tantrums for a certain period, would you continue to let them throw the tantrums, or would you seek out resources to help you parent better them or parent them through those tantrums, right? You're not going to leave them. You're not going to abandon them. You're going to get resourceful. And so I want you to think about that in terms of your business. What would you do? We all have moments where we're like, we're in that moment where they're throwing the temper tantrum and we don't know what to do in our business. So maybe we feel a little like, but are we going to quit? No, we're not going to quit. We get resourceful, right? Just as parents, if we don't know how to do it, then we figure out how to do it. If we don't know how to help you with your homework, we're going to get resourceful. So why do we not do that with our business? The same as with your health journey, right? Are you just going to throw in the towel and go, I'm just going to eat McDonald's 3 meals a day for the rest of my life? Not if you want to live very long, right? So you get resourceful. You're like, well, I kind of know what to do, and I'm just going to keep taking action as much as I can or as imperfect as I can, and I'm going to keep moving forward. You're not just going to throw in the towel with your health. You're not just going to go, well, whatever, I'm just not going to move or eat ever. You're not going to do that. So, as a business owner, especially when you're building online, when you're in those moments of feeling, stuck, whether it's stuck in that overwhelm or stuck in not knowing what to do or stuck in the tech, right? That learning hump of like, how do I figure out how to build in this online space? What are some things that you can do to get you out of that stuck? The first, unfortunately for me, I learned was the mindset. I had to get my mindset right. I had to think, okay, this is not an okay place for me to stay. I have to acknowledge this, and then I have to get resourceful. So when I first started network marketing, I actually got stuck with not finding enough people, which is the number one problem for all network marketers. Eventually you run out of like your warm market, you get through your 100 list, and then you're like, okay, now what? So then people turn on social media or whatever, and then they're doing it wrong, but they're still having the same problem of not enough people. There literally was a point in my business where I was like, I am so stuck, I don't even know what to do. So I tried everything, and it wasn't helpful. It wasn't until I actually started researching and getting resourceful and then thinking about, what it was I wanted. So if you're a parent, people parent different. Does that mean that one way is better than another? No, because everyone is different and everyone parents different. It's the same in your business. It's your business. So, you can ask for help from your sideline or your upline or your team or whatever, but when push comes to shove, it is your business. So it has to resonate and be authentic with you. So, maybe you've decided that for you, building online is the best place, but maybe the team that you come from, as much as you love them or don't love them, maybe that's not the best place for you to be. Maybe that's you're stuck, right? Maybe you need to find a new community of people who want to build the same or want to do the same thing, or build the same way, right? Anybody that's ever been a parent, if you have a child with a certain need, whether it could be special needs, it could be something completely different. Years and years in the classroom have really showed me over and over again, if you can connect those parents that have those things in common, it was so beneficial, not just to the kids, but to the parents, because they were able to share their resources and share their tools and share like what's worked for them and what might work for them. And maybe this, maybe one parent, their struggle took a long time, but they're able to turn around and help the next parent to where they can get there faster. It's the same with building online, right? So it's your business and it's your responsibility. So you're the one that has to take action. But part of that action can be in finding a community of people that are the same as you and that want to build the same as you, right? So I would say the first thing is that accountability factor. Just saying, well, if I'm stuck, am I stuck because I'm just not doing anything? I mean, if you were truly like stuck with your car in the mud and you're just going to sit there and go, I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. No, you're not going to do that. You're going to go, okay, well, I'm stuck. But in your head, you automatically know that you have to get yourself out. You have to know that that is going to require action, whether that's physically getting out of the car and pushing your car out of the mud, or calling AAA to ask for help to get you out faster. Either way, you're taking that action to get you unstuck. You don't just sit there and go, I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. And I think so many people in their business are like, I'm so tired of being stuck. Okay, I hear you that you're tired of being stuck, but what skills have you gained to get unstuck? A lot of the people that I speak to on the daily, they're like, well, I'm talking to everyone. But is everyone you're talking to even interested in what you have to say? Or are you just blowing hot air into the wind and no one's actually listening to you? So if that's not working for you, at some point you have to evaluate the facts of what is working and what's not working. If you get out of the mud, or you get out of your car in the mud and you're pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and it's just spinning mud and you're not going anywhere, in fact, you might be even burying yourself deeper, at what point do you tell yourself, this is no longer effective, I need to take action in a different way? And so for many of us, that's building online. Instead of just saying, I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm never gonna make this business work, I'm so tired of chasing people, I can't find anybody, I've already burned through all the people that I know. But what are you actively doing? What's your accountability? What's your responsibility level into gaining more skills? Well, I want to build online. I don't know what you're talking about. I post every single day, on my Facebook page, on my personal page. I don't need to build a public page. I don't want to run ads or, like do a whole blog thing. I just need to find more people. Okay, how is that working for you? Because if you're just throwing tactics out there without a content strategy, I would ask how effective that is for you. Because tactics without the overall strategy is probably very ineffective, slim to none, right? So you have to gain those skills to move you forward. You have to know, well, this is what I need to do this, to do this, to do this, right? If you were truly stuck in the mud and you're pushing your car and it's just spinning, 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 at what point do you go, oh, well, there's a board over there and there's another board over there. And if I put them here and, oh, here comes a person, maybe they can help me. And then you're pushing that car and you're getting it out of the mud and you're actively taking action, right? You're looking for all of those steps and those pieces that you need to get yourself out of that sticking point. So the key there is by taking action. And I think so many of us say, oh, well, I'm taking action, I'm taking action, I'm taking action. Okay, so at what point are you evaluating the action that you are taking? Because if you are just talking to every single person in a 3-foot, if you're still following a 3-foot rule and that's not working for you, at what point are you going to change your strategy? At what point are you going to gain different skills, a skill set or a different strategy, or ask for help? And unfortunately for many, when they get to this point, they quit. Now, we wouldn't quit parenting, and hopefully you don't quit on your health journey. So why are so many people quitting? Why are so many people quitting? It's harder than they thought. They have to get more skills than they thought. They have to talk to more people than they thought. They have to take more action, and they have to be patient. You have to understand that it doesn't happen overnight. And I think a lot of people think, well, I've been at this for a week. I've been at this for a month. I've been at this for a year. Nothing's working. Guarantee you something's working. Guarantee you absolutely something is working. So you have to objectively be able to turn around when you're stuck and go, this is what's worked for me. This is what needs to kind of maybe be tweaked or changed. And this is actually no longer serving me. This is outdated. This is ineffective anymore. This is not helpful with building online. This is no longer can I send those hey girl messages because everybody sends them and delete, 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 delete. Nobody's getting back to you. Of course no one's getting back to you because everyone is sending those stinking hey girl thought of you messages. They are no longer effective, even if it's authentically true for you. You have to get resourceful. You have to get creative. You have to do it differently, which means you might have to invest in yourself, in your business, in your learning, in your skill set, in your strategy, right? These are things that we're unwilling to do. And if you're unwilling to do, then you're going to sit in the car, in the mud, and you're just gonna stay stuck. You wouldn't quit in any other realm. So I encourage you to be patient, because if you are responsible, if you are taking action, if you are investing in yourself and learning and mentorship and strategy, in content and asking for help and connecting with people who are like you, who are, building their business online, who are giving you those tips and those tools and those brass and tacks like you want, then be patient and trust the process. Because you wouldn't, as a parent, turn around and tell your kid that's throwing a tantrum, you have to be patient. If a kid is struggling in something and you've explained how to do the problem for them and you've given them all of the steps to do it, what would you then turn around as the parent and tell them to do? You would tell them, trust the process. This is how you do it. Just do it. Be patient, right? Oh, I'm stuck, right? It's a frustrating place to feel, but you're not going to let them quit. You're not going to let them take the zero on it. You're not going to let them continually throw temper tantrums. So why is it okay that your business stays in that? If you're doing all of the actions, you just have to be patient and trust the process, right? I tell my kids that, but do I always follow that? So that's my Hot Topic Tuesday. That's all I got for today that I wanted to share. I hope you found this helpful. We have all been in those stuck places. It is not a fun place to be. It can be very frustrating. It can be disheartening. It can make you want to quit, right? We've all had those I don't even think it's up and down. I think it's like this, right? In the business, right? You're like, okay, double back. Okay, this did. Okay, this did good. Okay, this didn't. Right? It's not a straightforward journey. But don't quit. Don't give up. Invest in yourself. Take accountability. Gain those skill sets. And keep learning that tech to learn online. I encourage you to stick with it because it's totally worth it. All right, you guys, like, share, comment, let me know what you're struggling with. Where are you stuck in your business as far as building online? Maybe it's clarity, maybe it's the tech, maybe it's the mindset, maybe it's shifting from the old school into the new school. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, go out there and crush it. Talk to you guys next time. Bye.